Welcome to Lofoten. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and I cannot wait to show you. After a long travel day, we set out on our first adventure, kayaking. Just look at those mountains. On top of the jet lag, the sun never setting added to this surreal feeling of being outside of time completely. The sun gently dipped behind the mountains, but never truly set. This is what it looked like at midnight. The next day, we took a boat to Trollsfjord. This is one of Lofoten's most dramatic fjords. Oh hey, that's us. Along the way, we passed clouds trapped in the mountains and almost no other boats. Throughout these clips, just look at how still the water is. Some of the mountains even still had snow. If you want to see how big they really are, look at the houses at the base. As we entered Trollsfjord, the water narrowed between towering cliffs, making it feel like we were slipping into a hidden world. The fjord is only about 2 kilometers long, so just over a mile, but its steep rock walls rise over 1,000 meters above the water. It felt like we got really close to the rock walls. With that, it was time for the boat to turn around and head back to town. I also had an amazing meal on board, and there was a hot tub, but I did not take video of everything. On the way back into town, we passed by the statue of the fisherman's wife. And then see those racks? Those are where they dry stockfish. Remember those racks because they just happen to be where we're going next. We decided to go to Høllafæst, which is an all-Norwegian music festival underneath the midnight sun, and yes, also underneath some stockfish racks. For months prior to this concert, we decided to listen to all of the bands that were going to play, and we picked out some favorites. Hedda May had a really fun set, but I also really enjoyed all the people watching and sun watching as it really did not set. Our favorite band came on near the end, and his name is, oh God, I'm going to say this so poorly, Sondre Justad. He got a ladder out in the middle of the crowd and sang and danced surrounded by the audience. Everyone was singing along, even me in my absolute mediocre Norwegian. I also cosplayed as a Norwegian because they were giving out bucket hats at one of the booths, and I didn't want to get sunburned. Don't judge me too harshly. The last band had some really great pyrotechnics, but their music wasn't exactly our thing. We waited until their finale and then ambled back to our place. Now get ready for the most awkward energy shift in a video. 3, 2, 1. Horses! The next morning, we went horseback riding at Hov Gård. That might be close to how you say it. This was actually my first time ever riding horses on a beach. I used to be a hunter-jumper, and I used to go riding every week, so I've really missed this. We followed a winding path past mountains and adorable little cottages that I would absolutely stay in. As the day went on, the sun started to come out and the mountains came with it. Also, it's very, very hard to take a video while on a horse of yourself on a horse, so I'm pretty proud that this came out at all. This is one of the oldest places in Lofoten. Many monuments have been found here, including some Viking ships and pagan amphitheater. It's a really cool area I highly recommend checking out. These are Icelandic horses, which you can only find a few places in the world, and they have a very unique gait. Oh look, more stockfish racks, called a tolt, which we got to do at one point. It was really fun and very bumpy. After a day of riding out in the somewhat sun, it was time to head back to town and check out the floating sauna. It has a deck on top where you can jump into the water after you've saunaed. Even though it was the peak of summer, it was super cold. I know we did so much while we were here, but there were also so many beautiful small moments, just relaxing by the water, watching the sun dip close but not quite to the horizon, and just the mountains. Even the airport had mountain views, but you know what it didn't have? More than one gate. This was the entire gate for the entire airport. Fun fact about this plane, on the way up here, we actually flew backwards. I didn't even know that was a thing. And with that, we say goodbye, Norway. Next up, the Faroe Islands.